explain the session tracking concept in JSF, Java Server Faces. Before going to the practical implementation of the session tracking, let me explain you the need behind the session tracking object or the session tracking concept in JSF. As you all know that HTTP protocol is stateless. So the browser sends a request to the server returns a response, and then neither the browser nor the server keep anything in memory of the transaction that has been done in the previous stage. So there should be some mechanism to store the data, because in some cases you may be in need of getting some data from the other set from the other bean class. So in order to do that particular application, you have to use a session tracking. So let's get into the practical implementation and the syntax of the session tracking object in Java Server Faces. So let's start our project. So let's consider a user registration bean. Yep. And here, you know, in order to work on session tracking, the bean should be in session scope. Please be careful while declaring the scope of the bean. It should be in session scope, and the name of the registration bean is the name of the managed bean. And see, here you are going to work on this particular variable username, private string username. Just remember what are what all are I'm saying yes. Okay, then credit card bean details DA. See, in here I'm going to write the syntax for session tracking. Let's see, faces context, faces context fc equal to faces con faces context dot get current instance. This faces context consists of the session map. So in order to use the session map, you have to first declare this faces context. User registration bean urb equal to fc dot get external context dot get session map dot get. Here be careful, the name that you are specifying over here should be the name that you specified in registration bean. The managed bean name should be the same, registration bean, and registration bean, the name should be the same. See, here you are getting an error. See, incompatible types. So you have to convert it to user registration bean by typecasting. Yep, now the error is gone. Now for your understanding, I am creating an ordinary object, not a see, user registration bean rbb dot rbb equal to new user why I created this object is like I want to show you the difference between the session created object and the ordinary object. So let's see. Here I am just sorry, I am just simply writing a SQL statement to show you the difference in practical. Okay, just see user data. User data is a string that consists of session created object dot get username, and this one user data one consists of ordinary object dot get username. Okay, let's, in order to show how it works and how to fetch the data from the session map and everything, I am going to debug you. Just debug in the debug mode. It starts working. Yep. Let's start our project. Type as RNAMBUR and 123456 is the password, and just submit and add to cart and check out, and just enter some data 123456 and 10 14. Yep. Submit. See, now it comes here in the debugging mode. So over here, let's start running the project. See, it comes over here and it creates a RB object. See, it got created. See, in this RB object you can find username as R number. The reason why we got this is because of the session tracking, because we are getting the data from the session map that is stored in the session scope. So now let's run RBB. Here RBB comes over here. Here in RBB, yep, in yep, 1 second. Yep, yeah. Now it got created. Yeah. See, in RBB username you cannot find the username as R number because it's an ordinary object. It's not a session object. That is the difference between an ordinary object and session scope object. See, if you want to see a practical example of the string that I created, user data and user data one, see, have a look at this. This is user data which uses session R number you can find, but here you cannot find anything. So that is the major difference between a session scope object and an ordinary object, because you are unable to get the value of this particular variable in another bean class. So you are using session scope to get the value. Hope you understand well and do well. Thank you.